pretty psyched today because we just received 2 pallets from the Netherlands. Our 12 points go to the Netherlands. These 2 pallets contain some palms, but they are not ordinary palm trees, but we'll show you later. I'm pretty psyched about this. Oh, and by the way, welcome to this 3rd episode of our secret garden. As you can see here, the roses are looking absolutely stunning. They are blooming right now. A lot of roses are blooming, and that's quite fun because it's just a week ago there were not so many blooms on them, but today it's looking absolutely amazing. We had a day yesterday with a lot of rainfall, downfall, and today it's very hot. Summer in August in Denmark, like 24 degrees Celsius, and the bees and butterflies are all over the place. I want to quickly show you our thyme, which is full of the butterfly small tortoiseshell. Follow me. So, as my wife just pointed out, it's not thyme, but it's in Danish called oregano. I will type in the name below, and it's a perfect plant for both as a herb and also as for the butterflies. Look at all the bees and butterflies, and those are the small tortoiseshells which are coming out right now here in August. Not so many so far, but now they are coming out. It's a bit late this year, but I think that's because it has been raining a lot here in July. Amazing butterfly. We are just here in the shade now, and I want to quickly give you an update on this lily bed we have here, because we have a win and we have a fail here. So let's take the good news first, and that's this one has just been blooming here this morning. It's a lily called Pretty Woman, and the smell is so good. A hint of vanilla and rose maybe. Sweet smell. Absolutely amazing. I love lilies. Yes, and for the not so good news, my proudness of the garden was this Himalayan giant lily. But if you look here, this one is still going strong, I think. But this one in here, you can see it has rotted away down here. And I think it's because it's of moist, or maybe it's some sort of pest. So if anyone out there knows what this is all about, please tell me in the comment below. I'll try to nurse this one, but it's not looking good right now. So if you have any idea what's going on, please tell me. We put it back and it looks alive. So here I am checking up on our boxwood with the boxwood caterpillars, and I just found a couple of alive ones, but I also found some that clearly has been eating of this insect poison that I gave. You can see here this one is actually a larva that's completely dried in from eating the poison. I'm not a big fan of using poison in my garden, but I'm very fond of these boxwoods, so this time I'll make a compromise. If you have any other ways to deal with those caterpillars, those boxwood moth, please be sure to let us know in the comment. So I have not given up completely yet on our boxwood plants and hedges. So I made this propagation with them in this crate I built, and I had some leftover pond lining here that I put in the bottom, and I had these cases from plants we bought some time ago. So now I have made these 4 crates here with boxwood, small boxwood cuttings, and I will make sure to make some more. So let's cross our fingers that we are done with the boxwood moth when they are killed for this year. So of course the biggest news for this episode 3 is the palms, of course, palm trees. And I'm so happy for those. We went on a holiday to Normandy in France, that is, and we drove through Holland and the Netherlands, and we did a visit to mypalmshop.nl if you want to look it up. And they have an amazing place, and they sell a lot of different palm trees. And of course we are mostly interested in those that are quite hardy to the frost and the winter. We'll just quickly show you some pictures from our trip there. It's an amazing place. Have a look. So we couldn't resist buying some palm trees when we were in the Netherlands, of course. That's how we are. I want to show you, we bought, I'm just counting in my head, 6 palm trees. And this one here is a Jubaea Chilensis, or Chilean wine palm. And it's a feather palm, and it should be the most hardy of all the feather palms in the world. Have a look at these leaves. They are so amazing and special to touch. It's like being back in the dinosaur era. I'm so happy about these, and I'm looking forward to planting them in these beds, the 2 big palm beds. Let's move on. I want to show you the other palm trees we bought. They are over here. We have another big Jubaea Chilensis here. Amazing. I'm looking forward to cutting off this band and unfolding them. And we also bought this great looking Yucca. It's called Lone Star and should be quite hardy as well. And of course, whenever you buy a palm tree, you must also buy a Trachycarpus Fortunei. That's the rule. For every other palm tree you buy, you must buy one of those. So we bought 3 of those. They are not that expensive in the Netherlands because they grow them and they import them, and they can grow them quite quickly. So they are not so expensive. The other ones are very expensive because they have so slow a growth rate, and they will actually grow to, I think it's like they can get to 20 or 30 meters high, but they grow very slow. I quickly want to show you some pictures of them in their natural habitat. Have a look. Unfortunately, they were not delivered by air mail, so they came here with a truck from the Netherlands, and the cost of bringing them here was actually okay, I think. It's not that expensive because they are not so high. It's something to do with if they are over 2 meters high. So they came with a truck, and we want to show you how we got them from the front end of the house back here. It was quite a hassle, but you know what? Gardening is hard work, and hard work is good. So here we are, we got the first Fortunei in the ground. I dig out a bit further out than the pot is and a bit deeper, and I use a mix of 1/3 of sand gravel with compost and our normal garden soil here, which is quite sandy because it's actually an old seabed we are on. So I love this palm because it has this sort of curve here, which I find very pretty and very architectural. So I planted it a bit on the one side and stamped it, so it should be good. I also mixed in a bit of slow palm fertilizer. So let's unlock it and have a look. Looks quite good. Often when they are delivering palms like this, they cut off some of the lower leaves to make it easier to pack them. So that's why it's missing some leaves down here, but I think it's very good looking. Now we have just 5 more to go. Let's crack on. So I think we are ready to trying to plant one of those big Jubaeas. So what I'm doing is I'm measuring out the diameter and adding some 20 centimeters on each side, I think. So I'll be planting it, I'll be making a hole at around 1 meter in diameter, and I'm doing it like this. I have this chain here that I throw around the middle of the hole, and we need 15 centimeters then on each side. That's roughly here. So I'm putting in a hook like this. So I know it's around here. And I can draw it up. So, time for some digging, and it's heads off, gloves on. Let's get cracking. Take a look at this big, beautiful pineapple. So we got this one in the ground. We got 1 Fortunei in the ground. So we got 2 down and 6 to go. I'm just finishing what is not a beer, it's a local brewed cola. Let's put this here, and I want to quickly show you. This is going to be the 1 palm bed with this big Chilean wine palm in the middle, and we need to figure out some plants to put in this flower bed as well. We have some ideas. We will be sure to show you a list of those, but if you have any ideas, I hope you will be friendly and put them in the comments below, so we can get some input on how to manage these 2 beds. I want to show you the other big pineapple tree, almost looking amazing. And they should actually be the same size, but I think this one is a bit bigger, so I'm not sure I'm going to plant this myself, but we'll see if I can get some help for this one. Also, here's going to be a flower bed, a palm flower bed, the other side. So we have 2 that should look quite similar if we can manage. So any ideas for plants and flowers, or maybe small shrubs, is very welcome. So please be sure to leave a comment below if you have any ideas for that. Let's quickly move this way. I want to show you where we put the rest of the palm trees. They are not in the ground yet, but we have an idea to put the yucca. I'm not sure it's actually a palm, but we'll call it that. We'll put the yucca there and the 2 other Fortunei in the end of this yellow beam flower bed. So we have palm trees in all these 3 or 4 flower beds, so to make it look natural. This one I showed you got in the ground. I love this one. This trunk. And I think we are at the end of the day here in Denmark. I just want to invite you to greet a new crew member, and I brought my pen for this guy. In Danish it's a vinbjergsnegl. It's a snail. I'm not sure what it is in English, but I'll put the name in. And they are actually quite helpful because they eat other snails' eggs. I think we'll name this guy Episode 3. We'll see if we will get to meet him again in another episode. I'll be sure to show you. So let's put Mr. Episode 3 in here, so he's not getting stomped upon. And I think it's time to go and have a bonfire and have a wee whiskey, and we will talk recommendations. See you on the meadow. So that was it for this episode. Now we are just about to finish, and I want to show you our book recommendation for this episode, and it's this book called Tropical Gardens, 42 Dream Gardens by leading landscape designers in the Philippines, and it's by Lily Gamboa O'Boyle and Elizabeth Reyes. So why am I recommending this book? That's because I like a lot of the ideas and landscaping ideas in this book. Maybe you cannot use the palm trees and a lot of the plants in this book, but you can surely use some of the designs in here and find inspiration from the pictures. I'm just going to show you my favorite picture in this book. Look at this border here at Casa di Nipa. Absolutely amazing. and you can copy this with other types of plants here in Denmark or in other parts of Europe and in the US as well. So I changed my mind. I'm not drinking whiskey today. I'm drinking yellow chartreuse, because those French monks knows how to make a good liquor. So that was it for this episode. I hope you will throw us a like, subscribe to our channel. We are totally new and just finding out how to do this stuff. So be sure to make a comment if you have something we can improve on or something that you liked. So I'm gonna pour me one of those and you can look over the sunset. See you in the next episode of Our Secret Garden.